welcome to Oh Honey, a podcast where my opinion is the only one that matters. Oh my God, how are y'all doing? Oh my goodness, second episode, wow. Whoa, did not think I'd make it this far, honest to God, did not. Technology is still not working for me, but it's working better than it was a few days ago, so thank the Lord, hallelujah, Jesus Christ. Okay. How y'all doing, everybody? I'm doing okay. I'm actually doing good, actually. No, good. Yes, good. I'm a little bit bored, but I'm just trying to enjoy the summer. What is it, like one more month of summer? That's not possible. We just started summer, like what? Yesterday? 2 days ago? Damn. Time just like flies by, honestly. Like, oh my goodness. Let's stop that, please. Thank you. Oh, but today's going to be a good one. I can already tell. It's going to be a goodie. So let's just jump right into it, I guess, right? First, I would like to issue a PSA. And this is a little personal. I'm pretty sure he won't watch the episode because he's a little bit lazy. But I know two people who would. So you know who you two are, okay? So bear with me. The word sorry, that gets passed around a lot. You know, whether you do something wrong, you don't feel good about something, you just want to say sorry. Well, I'm here to tell you that the word sorry can be used only so many times until it starts becoming useless, meaningless. Sorry should be something that's meaningful. When you say sorry, you should mean it. If you're just saying sorry because you know that you should be saying sorry, that's completely different from actually meaning sorry. So someone could easily just say, oh yeah, no, sorry, like whatever. But I want to hear you say sorry in a meaningful tone, right? Because if you use it too much, it becomes meaningless. Okay, it's a dread. Okay. So let's work on that, okay? Sorry. Let's focus on the people who matter here. So you don't have to use the word sorry. You know, my old music teacher, oh my gosh, she was a butt. She was just an ass. And every time we missed like a note, like, you know, musical note, she had the audacity to look us in the face and go, don't be sorry, be right. And she would smile the most obnoxious little smile, like I want to punch her in the actual face. In the actual face. But she did teach me a lot, though. She really did. Not to give up. Just because you messed up one little note doesn't mean you should be giving up the whole rest of the song. Really aim and try for it. So, if you are listening, hi. I don't play the trumpet anymore. I mean, I might remember how to, but I really don't play it. I'm not interested anymore. So, sorry about that. Okay. Well, let's start off with our first topic of the day. Now, this might be for the older people watching, and you know who you are. Layaway. Now, if you remember layaway, it's basically putting stuff on hold in the store and slowly paying it off and then getting it once it's all paid off. My grandmother, she used to go to places like Bell's, Macy's, sometimes even Walmart. And I want to say sometime in the summer, she would get a whole bunch of stuff, add it to a cart, and then put it on layaway at the store. And each month she'd pay off a certain amount until everything was paid off. And by Christmas time, all the gifts were already paid off. She wrapped them up and put them under the tree. Now, I don't know if any stores still do this, but I think they really should. I think Bell's still does that. I don't know about Walmart or Macy's, but I think we should really bring that back. Honestly, we should be planning ahead, not procrastinating until last minute, you know? Like, right. You agree, right? Yeah, maybe, I don't know. Okay, whatever. On to the Christmas vibes. I love Christmas. I really do. But I'm more of like a nostalgic Christmas lover. So Santa Claus wrapping paper, Santa Claus get like little cards, anything that feels authentic, not authentic, damn it, nostalgic. So I saw on Facebook, I think last Christmas, that there's like a rule of thumb. I don't know if anyone follows the rule, but it's a rule. Especially for nowadays, it's more modern. Everything's more modern. They use white lights now instead of yellow or maybe even multicolor. I don't like that. It's too bland. It's too outdone. I like to use regular old white lights. Yellow lights, sorry. I don't know, it just makes the whole house warm. Nice, warm. It gives off nostalgic vibes, right? So here's the rule of thumb. Use yellow to be a little bit more modern, but still have that nice warm. And for your tree, especially if you have a green tree, use multicolor lights. Trust me, we did this last year. It's very warm in there. Your heart just fills up with joy and love. It's great. Sometimes what I'll do before I go to sleep, when everybody else is asleep, I'll wake up and go sit in the couch by the Christmas tree and just stare at it. It's just so warm. And it just brings back so many good memories of the past. Because I've had good old memories in the past. I really have. If you haven't, then it's time you start making those new memories. I really do believe. I just love Christmas. I miss Christmas. It's Christmas in July, though. So where's my present? Where's my present? Okay, next topic. Love Island. Love frickin' Island. I have not made it past, I want to say, episode 6. I can't do it, y'all. I can't do it. It's basically just a show that's promoting being a slut. You know, just being a slut. The first episode or two, it's them kissing each other. What is that? Sluts. Is there any love in there? I really doubt it. I really doubt it. I think most shows like Love Island, such as like The Bachelor or what else is there? I don't know any more. I don't know any more shows like that. But stuff like that, do they ever get together after like a year? No. They break up. Maybe they didn't have a real relationship. Maybe it wasn't even real. Do you think about that? No? That's what I freaking thought. Let's start thinking about that. Let's stop going crazy over Love Island and start paying attention to like nice little comedy shows. You know, like, what was one? The Big Bang Theory. Go back to that. A nice little sitcom. I love that. Well, maybe seasons 2 to 4 of The Big Bang Theory, but after that, it got kind of boring. Honestly, sorry. No, but these sluts are crazy. And they get disqualified for doing stuff, you know, racist, like saying racist things. And that's surprising for a show about sluts. It really is. It really is. Well, like 2 people already got disqualified now. Maybe 3, I don't know. I don't even know. Y'all tell me who wins, though, because I really want to know. You guys tell me, because I'm not interested in watching that bull hockey. Now, I do have an HBO Max subscription. I really do. And I love it. I really do love HBO Max. I really do. It has a whole bunch of shows that I just love. Like Adult Swim. Do you remember Adult Swim? I don't know if they're still running or not, but basically, if you don't know, it was so Cartoon Network. It had 2 like versions of it, I guess. So there was Cartoon Network from like, I want to guess 6 in the morning to about 6 or 8 at night. And around 6 or 8 at night, Adult Swim would take over. And it'd be like an adult version of Cartoon Network. So a lot of good adult shows like, I want to guess, Robot Chicken. What else? Moral Oral. Rick and Morty. all those good adult shows were on Adult Swim. Anyway, so every once in a while before I fall asleep, I'll play on a little Adult Swim show, and you just feel the nostalgia there too. The nostalgia is there because growing up, my older sister Christy, shout out Christy, I know she's watching here. Hi, honey, love you. I can't remember when this was. This was many, 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 many years ago. But she was watching Children's Hospital. And there was a scene with a doctor wearing clown makeup. And he had he had a gown full of blood on. And that shocked me to my core. And where was she at this time? I had no idea. I was just in the room and she was watching it. And that scared the actual hell out of me. It was not, oh my goodness. But now that I'm older and I've actually watched Children's Hospital, it's actually a good show. Sometimes boring, but it's a good show. And it brings back that nostalgia. You go from being scared to enjoying it. So that's kind of like a full 360 moment, I guess. So love you, Christy. Kind of scared me back then, but love you. Love you, love you, love you. But on HBO, there is a documentary series called History of the Sitcoms. And it basically talks about the history of sitcoms, of course. So shows like I Love Lucy, Gilligan's Island, All in the Family, Family Matters, Third Rock from the Sun. It just goes through all those shows and how they stood up for the cultures, what was going on. So the show Alice, I don't know if you remember Alice or not. It's a really old show from the 70s. And it was basically representation of fighting for equality. So women's rights. She was a single mother with I think she was working in a diner. And so she was basically symbolizing all those women who were single moms, working low-pay jobs, and fighting for their equality. And so I just love the show. They interview a whole bunch of, actors who worked on those shows. Well, at least the recent ones. But it's a really good show. Check it out. There was a lot of stuff on there that I did not know. And I can't think of any off the top of my head. So I'll just leave you at that. Check it out. It's a good show. Here's one that Cheech and Chong. If you don't know those two, they are very funny guys. They're in some movies, I'm pretty sure. They give off Harold and Kumar go to White Castle. They give off older versions of them. They're stoners. I love both of them so dearly. Check them out on Instagram. I think they had a movie coming out, or I don't know if it already came out or not. But they're old. Don't get me wrong. They're old. They're senile. Not that senile, but they're pretty senile. They're getting to that age, hon. Sorry, but whatever. But they're still really funny. Check out the movie. Oh my God, I remember the freaking movie. Well, just search up Cheech and Chong. Really funny. Those two freaking geniuses, honest to God. Well, I got my nails done. My dear friend Anna Simon. Shout out Anna too. Love you, hon. Love you. She did my nails. Did a whole bunch of flower sets. They're still holding up. They're still gorgeous. Oh my God, I actually love them. I love them. Love them. Well, I was at her house the other day, and we decided to order Starbucks. 2 drinks. I think it was a venti vanilla bean frappuccino and some form of iced tea. Maybe a strawberry. I don't know if it was a refresher or a tea or something. I don't know. And they were both larges, by the way. And this was delivery off of the Starbucks app. Almost $20. I think that includes the tip too. Almost $20 for 2 drinks. So we get them. And guess what? There's no napkins in the bag. Now, I think, I'm just going to put this on top of my head. I think if I pay more than $20 for 2 drinks, I'm expecting napkins in that bag. I really am. Because you want me to hold a freaking cup that's full of water on the outside? No, that's not happening. No. So I don't know what these people are thinking, what they're doing. Let's start putting napkins in the bag. Next time, I'm going to leave a very bad review. Because last time I ordered from the Starbucks, they put the little sticker out. I got an iced chai latte. They put the sticker at an angle, and Lord behold, I couldn't get the sticker off. So what is that? What is that? Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves working at Starbucks. Huh. And I know this was like a straight man doing this right now. I know all the non-binary people, they'd be amazing at it. They wouldn't have this problem. They'd put the napkins in the freaking bag. They'd make sure the sticker was just barely on, just so I can just rip it off. Okay? I know this was a cisgender person making my order and packaging it. You should be ashamed of yourself. I want a non-binary, they, them, bippity-boppity-boo barista packaging and making my order. That's as simple as that. I'm paying $20 for what? For what? Problems? No. Next time they do this, I'm reporting them to somewhere. I don't know. I want to hear about your manager. Ugh. PMO. You know what? PMO. Oh, my God. It's a freaking Starbucks. I wanted Starbucks so bad. And when my hands got covered in water, I was accused of being really sweaty. Nobody wants that. Okay, I don't want somebody to shake my hand and say, oh my God, your hands are really sweaty. No, it was the drink. It was the drink. Oh my God, y'all got me messed up. Y'all can calm down. Now I'm kind of mad. But you know who makes me feel a lot better though? Miss Fran Drescher. Now, if you don't know who she is, y'all need to do some research. Fran Drescher, she used to be in this show called The Nanny. In the 90s, it was a sitcom. And she was the nanny, but a really funny nanny. And every time I watch that show, I watch it with my mother all the time. Every time I watch that show, I am bursting at the seams with laughter. She is one of the funniest women you will ever come across. So funny. And of course she has that like New York accent, you know, because it takes place in New York. I do believe she's losing her voice though, you know, as someone gets older, and she had that raspy voice then. I really do think she's losing that voice now. So, I'm wishing her nothing but the best. Okay, all these old actors, actresses, they're all dying off. It's just so sad. We need to cherish these people while they're still here. Put her on a new show. Reboot The Nanny. Make a movie about The Nanny. A documentary, something. I need her to be on my screen 24/7. I need to vote her into the White House, honest to God. Honest to God. Can we do that? Like we email? Who do we email? Warner Brothers? What was the company? I can't remember. Whatever. Something else to bring back though. And this is an old person saying it too. Bring back the boombox. Not just like a little square boombox. I want to see those really big brick-like boomboxes. They were cool back in the 80s. Bring them back. I want to see people skateboarding, wearing big old shoulder coats, carrying a big ass boombox, playing whatever. Classical music, hip hop, I don't give a damn. As long as it's there on your shoulder, I love you to death. I love you to death. Those things are so cool, man. Those things are so cool. In movies, anywhere you look, oh my God, bring it back. Bring it back. Jesus. Oh, PMO. My friend Nicola, shout out Nicola too. She sent me a post today on Instagram, and I'll read it right now. The Trump administration is now erasing bisexual people from the Stonewall National Monument. The history and culture page no longer includes bisexual rights. Now, I'm not going to get political here. I'm really not. I'm not that type of person. But I will say, there's a few things on my mind when I read this. One, I did not know that they still had the Stonewall National Monument. I well thought he would have got rid of that long ago. Number two, I have to agree. You know what? He is my president. Good for him. I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. But why? But why? What are they doing to you? That's my question to you. What are they doing? You can erase trans people. You can erase bisexual people. You can erase anybody you want. Well, technically, like on paper, you can, whatever. They're still going to exist. I know a whole bunch of trans people that I know. They're all my closest friends. I know a whole bunch of bisexuals who are sadly my friends. Sadly. You know? I know so many people from so many different backgrounds that, you know, no matter what someone at the head says, they're still going to exist. And I'm going to support them 100%. Doesn't matter what you like, who you are, what you want to go by, you know, they, them, zip, zop, whatever. As long as it makes you happy, and as long as you want to be called that, don't worry, I will. I will. Okay? So I love you all so dearly. Okay? So remember that. No matter who you are, what you are, I love you to death. Love you to death. But I'm going to change the subject again because that got really dark really quickly. Oh, I went through a rabbit hole the other day on both Instagram and TikTok. But I've been seeing a lot of young adults, you know, just turning adults, maybe their early 20s, mid-20s, and they're becoming caretakers to their grandparents. And when I see that, I just feel so, I don't want to say sad. I want to say maybe dread, maybe, because you're just starting your adult life and you're taking care of, you know, somebody else whose life is sadly coming to an end. You know, like this one guy, Life Keji, he lives in Japan. His grandma died recently, and he's been taking care of her for about 2 to 3 years now, posting about it on Instagram everywhere. But it's just so sad. It's just so sad to see somebody you love so dearly, you know, become so senile that you're taking care of them instead of them taking care of you. I think that is the saddest little thing on earth. You know, well, honestly, I wish my grandmother was still here. You know, I'd probably still take care of her either way. But, you know, it's that type of dread. You know, you're just starting out your new life, you know, probably away from your parents. But now here you are, stuck at home, caring for your grandma or your grandparents, whatever. That's kind of sad, but it also shows how much you love them, okay? It shows how much you love them. You know, when my mom's all old and senile, I'm going to wipe her butt. I'll change your diaper. I'll do all that. Because at the end of the day, it's out of love. Okay? All that they've done for us, I think when they get to that age, I think we should be repaying them in some way, shape, or form. You know? So I just went down a whole little rabbit hole with that. It made me really sad. No, but back to that PSA. I mean, from the beginning, by the way, from the beginning. With sorry, it's like, you know what? I'm not going to go there, actually. I'm not going to go there. I just hope y'all take what I say into some form of account. So if you haven't learned already, just learn from what I'm saying. So speak your mind, okay? My opinions might not be the ones that matter to you. But I'm going to tell you my opinions either way, okay? What I like and what I don't like, okay? So that's basically the whole point of the podcast. Just listen to me talking about what I like or don't like, okay? And if you don't like it, then don't listen to it, okay? I don't have y'all complaining that you don't like it. Don't listen to it then, okay? What time is it? I think I'm going to end it there then. Oh, look at the time. I love y'all so dearly, okay? I'm still trying to figure out the whole scheduling. So this might come out on Saturday? Either Saturday or Monday. We'll see what happens, what I decide to do. But I love you guys to death. So I'll talk to you next time, honeys. Bye, honeys. Bye-bye.